You think too much. Maybe you've heard that before. From a friend, a teacher, someone who meant well. And maybe you smiled because how could thinking be bad? Thinking is what makes you, you. Intelligent, careful, aware. But deep down, you know it's not that simple. Because sometimes your mind doesn't feel like a tool. It feels like a trap. Overthinking gives you the illusion of control. You tell yourself you're analyzing, preparing, protecting yourself from mistakes. But the truth is, you're not preparing. You're postponing. You're trying to outthink fear, as if enough logic could make uncertainty disappear. And in the process, life quietly passes you by. It starts innocently enough, a small hesitation, a single what if. What if I fail? What if I regret it? What if they judge me? The questions feel responsible, intelligent even. But soon, they multiply. Each answer creates 3 more questions. Each possibility splits into 10 more. And before you know it, you're no longer living. You're forecasting. That's the hidden curse of intelligence. The more you see, the harder it becomes to move. Most people see 1 or 2 outcomes. You see 20. Most people make a decision. You make a map. And when you can imagine every possible failure, doing nothing starts to feel like the safest choice. But safety is not the same as peace. Overthinking is not calm. It's chaos disguised as logic. Your brain becomes a courtroom, with every thought on trial, every feeling cross-examined. You replay old conversations. You rehearse future ones. You rewrite your past, trying to fix things that can't be fixed. And you live half your life in moments that don't exist anymore. You overthink because you care, because you notice what others don't. You feel deeply, sense patterns quickly, predict outcomes instinctively. That's the gift of an active mind, but also its burden. The same awareness that makes you insightful can make you restless. The same sensitivity that makes you empathetic can make you anxious. It's not a weakness. It's too much of a good thing turned inward. The irony is that overthinking feels responsible. You call it caution, planning, analysis. But beneath the surface, it's fear wearing a mask of wisdom. Fear of being wrong. Fear of being seen. Fear of being enough. The intelligent mind builds elaborate arguments to justify its hesitation. You can rationalize any delay, intellectualize any emotion, and you end up mistaking hesitation for maturity. But let's be honest, thinking is not the problem. It's your attachment to thought, the belief that if you just think a little longer, you'll finally feel certain that if you gather every piece of data, if you play out every scenario, the anxiety will vanish. But it never does, because certainty isn't real. It's an illusion created by fear to keep you still. You don't overthink because you don't know what to do. You overthink because you're afraid of what will happen once you do it. You want life to come with guarantees. It doesn't. You want perfect timing. There isn't any. You want control, and that's the one thing overthinking will never give you. So what's the cost? Overthinking drains your energy, your creativity, your courage. It turns potential into paralysis. The artist never paints because the idea isn't perfect yet. The writer never finishes because the sentence could be better. The entrepreneur never starts because the plan isn't flawless. You call it preparation, but it's just fear in slow motion. You can't think your way into action. You have to act your way into clarity. Because movement creates understanding. Every step reveals something your thoughts couldn't. Every mistake teaches what overanalysis hides. Action grounds the mind in reality, while endless thought keeps it trapped in imagination. When you act, you give your mind feedback. You move from theory to truth. But when you wait, your imagination fills the silence, and imagination always exaggerates. The longer you stay still, the louder the fears become. So the simple fix isn't to stop thinking. That's impossible. The fix is to think differently, to use thought as a tool, not as a shelter, to move before your brain demands perfection, to choose curiosity over control. Ask yourself, what would I do if I didn't need to be certain? Then do that. Remember, your thoughts are not commands. They are possibilities. They are clouds passing through the sky of your awareness, not the sky itself. Let them drift. Let them move. You are not your thoughts. You are the space that notices them. When you start to act despite your doubts, something powerful happens. Your mind learns that fear doesn't mean danger. It means growth. You start building confidence not by removing anxiety, but by proving you can move with it. Courage isn't the absence of thought. It's thought in motion. Look at the people you admire. The inventors, the creators, the leaders. They overthink too. But they learned to stop obeying the voice that says, wait. They act before the noise gets too loud. They understand that imperfection is information. They know the mind finds peace not in answers, but in movement. Overthinking is intelligence without direction. It's like revving an engine in neutral, powerful, but going nowhere. Your goal is not to quiet your thoughts, but to give them somewhere to go. Turn that same energy into creativity, into curiosity, into doing. And when your mind starts to spiral, when it whispers, "What if it all goes wrong?" whisper back, "What if it doesn't?" Because the only thing worse than failing is never knowing what could have been. You are not broken because you overthink. You are simply tuned to a higher frequency, one that needs grounding, not guilt. Your brain runs fast because it was built to explore, but exploration requires motion. So start, not tomorrow, not when it's perfect. Now, send the message, share the idea, take the leap. You'll still overthink, that's part of who you are. But over time, your thoughts will start to follow your actions instead of stopping them. In the end, overthinking isn't the enemy of intelligence. It's what happens when intelligence forgets to trust itself. The cure isn't silence, it's movement, messy, uncertain, human movement. Because clarity doesn't come from thinking about life, it comes from living it.